Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
It is a final, the game, the series, and the homestand, and all of those results are good. Welcome in, everybody. It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show, live right here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen. Brewers get the victory today, 7-1. And how about this homestand? 5-1 against the Yankees and Padres.
Wow. You would take that. Would you take that, Tim Allen?
Oh, I'll take it every year.
Yeah, looked great. I mean, offense. Whoa. Do I have to apologize? Do I have to say sorry to Luis Rengifo? I'm getting close.
Yeah,
getting close.
Might. Now, let's just hold off. Just hold the roll a little bit. But we're seeing how, this healthier lineup. And I don't think they're clicking on all cylinders quite yet. But, you're seeing the bottom of the order, seeing better pitches. Rengifo, Sal Frelick starting to heat up a little bit as well. But the Brewers get the victory. Kyle Harrison will start there with starting pitcher. We want to get your reaction on this one. Not only the game, but the series as well as the homestand. And now just a couple of games separate first place from the Brewers. That's it. So I want to get your reaction. Nicolay Law talking text line at 414-677-1250. Kyle Harrison still has another step to take, Tommy. I mean, we see I'm a huge fan, as you know, of Harry, as they call him. But I still think he needs to take that next step, and I think part of it is the pitch efficiency part of it. And so what was he, 99 pitches?
99 today, yep.
Through 5 innings, shutout baseball, mind you. But we've been impressed all season long on Harrison staying poised through traffic on the base paths.
Yeah. He gave up 5 hits again today. No walks in the performance from Harrison. But, able to keep his cool, keep his composure during that as well.
That first inning was key in this game.
Yeah.
That first inning, a couple of runners aboard, 2 out, and you're thinking, man, after last night, don't you dare punch us in the nose here in the top of the first inning. Rengifo makes a nice play at third and gets Harrison and the Brewers out of that inning, and just right away, bottom of the first inning, the Brewers put up a 3-spot again in the second inning, move on to the fourth, and they got their 7th, or as Levering put it, the extra point.
Oh,
kind of cheesy, but okay. Hey, speaking of the Brewers Radio Network, tomorrow I'll be filling in for Sparky on this show, this time frame right here.
Yeah.
Lane Grindle is going to join us.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, heading into the road trip, 3 in Minnesota, 3 into Wrigley Field. You notice how they getaway day, despite the Brewers having an off day on Thursday of next week. See how the Cubs roll? A getaway day, and it's a night game. But again, it's a Brewers off day the next day, so not a huge deal. But that's how the Cubs do it. Anyway, so we'll talk to Lane Grindle tomorrow, right around 2:30, 2:20 range. So sit tight for that. But in the meantime, we'll talk some Brewers baseball. A 24-17 mark, Tommy.
Yeah,
I don't know if a lot of people 3 weeks ago would have expected to be 7 over at this point.
I think that's fair. I think the team was in a much different state 3 weeks ago. I think they had different personnel in there, right? I mean, there's no way this team is 7 games over 500 if Greg Jones is still on the roster. I mean, at that point, Luis Matos, right? They got some arsenal back. This Christian Yelich situation is something we should probably talk about now at some point during this show, because what is up, right? What's going on with that? We're probably going to hear something from it in postgame from Pat Murphy today. That's what Adam McCalvey was suspecting, because he didn't have anything before today for media availability. But Yeah, the rest of this team looks awesome to have out there. Vaughn came up with an RBI and a hit today. Couple RBIs, couple hits today. Renhefo turning things around. Don't look now. He's hitting 220 on the year.
Look at you, Renhefo Mo.
Yeah, and 3 runs driven in the contest. Even having Gary come back and just play up against a righty. I thought it was Jake's day, but give William the day off behind the dish. That's totally cool.
Garrett Mitchell, a couple of doubles.
David Hamilton had a hit where he didn't have to bunt today too. I mean, that all good things on the Brewers offensive side today.
And finally, good things for Brewer fans. This is truly amazing. It's a Thursday afternoon in mid-May.
Yeah.
On a team that, quite frankly, has been, I think in my world, and I think in a lot of people's worlds, a team that has perceptually been struggling. I think the perception is out there that they're not as good. Hey, man, they're good. We're here to tell you they're a good baseball team, and this offense is going to be a good offense. You're seeing signs of it. But 34,862 at American Family Field on a Thursday afternoon.
In May.
Wow.
Yeah, that doesn't even seem possible. That I would love to know attendance at American Family Field over the years on day baseball on a Thursday in May. 34,000 seems like the highest number I can ever remember that being.
That is a huge crowd for a Thursday afternoon. Good for you guys as you guys come out of American Family Field. Wash away that little something that happened yesterday. Just wipe it away. Brewers did a great job of doing just that. And we can put that in the rear view mirror. Brewers get a 7-1 victory to take game 3, take the series, take their homestand 5-1. And we're talking Brewers baseball, getting your reaction here on the Nicolay Law Talk and text line 414-677-1250. Brewers get the victory, and then they head into Minnesota. We'll talk more about that. We'll hear from Pat Murphy and a lot more. Coming up, there's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. That one I
fans, the game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Would I say that this is the biggest win of the year?
Oh, God. I mean,
welcome back. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. There's Tommy Wortz. My name is Tim. And I will not say it's the biggest win of the year.
Okay.
What I will say, and this is really what I'm feeling. I'm wondering what Brewer fans are feeling too. On what term you would put on a win like this. Now, keep in mind, it took the series over the Padres, and it capped off a 5-1 homestand against the Yankees and Padres. This is by far, for me, the single most rewarding victory of the season.
Is this the homestand of the year?
I think so.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think so. But this is just so rewarding in so many ways. Take the series, take the homestand, bounce back, and this is why it's rewarding to me. You bounce back after last night. I did not want last night to be that tipping point where in a few weeks we look back and we say, oh, ever since that Abner thing, that didn't happen. This was rewarding for me. Now, biggest win of the year, I'm still going back to last day of April. Game 3 against the Diamondbacks to take that series. That to me, that turned things around right there. All right, let's get to you guys. Nicolay Law talking text line at 414-677-1250. We'll go to Michael in South Milwaukee. What's going on, Michael?
Hey, guys. Going with what word would be best to describe? I'd go with monumental.
Monumental. So that would mean big? Is this the biggest win of the year for you?
For me, I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to bounce off what you were saying, that this homestand against the Padres and the Yankees going 5-1 is absolutely massive to let the entire league know the Milwaukee Brewers are finding their identity and that they can compete with the best teams and payrolls in baseball, but also because of what happened with Abner yesterday against this team. If that would have spiraled everything, we could have lost all that momentum we're building. So in that way, I really think their ability to have that short memory and come out and just take it to the Padres after losing in that manner, that's what's separating this team from teams of the last couple of years.
Pretty impressive, that first inning showing the patience. Would they get 4 walks in that frame?
Yeah, I mean, Griffin Canning.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Griffin Canning, oh, woof. He didn't have it today. He just did not have it. Over 40 pitches again, I think. Is that twice on this homestand? The Brewers got a starter over 40 pitches in the first inning?
Maybe.
Right? Because Fried was during this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Brewers, on the other hand, the Brewers starters, they continue to impress.
Yeah.
My goodness.
During this homestand, 32 and a third innings, allowing just 7 earned runs over 6 games against the Yankees and the Padres.
It's just so good. It's just really, really good. And they wouldn't be at 24-17 without that starting staff right now.
On top of that, that's a 1.95 ERA. 4 of those pitchers are 25 or younger, Tim Allen.
Yeah, just wow. 414-677-1250. Nicolay Law talking text line. Rewarding for me. What do you say, Beer Count Kenny?
Let's get it started the right way, boys.
Oh, whoa.
4 o'clock on a Thursday. Why not?
I mean, that sounded like it was out of The Simpsons right there. That was a stud one. You got a Duff over there?
Well, boys, first of all, let me get this started by Tim. We got to wish a happy birthday to our good buddy Hurricane Harv. It's his birthday today.
Up north, yeah. Bar owner had us up there a couple of years ago, yeah.
Yeah, Hurricane Harv. But now I'm going to take you to something that if you know this, you know this. Remember Mel Allen, This Week in Baseball. Dun, 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 dun. dun. This week, we're going to take you to American Family Field where the Brewers battled up, banged up, and injured, win 5 out of 6 from 2 of the best teams in baseball. And, oh, yeah, by the way, the Bratwurst won 2 of the races this week. I mean, you can't get any better than that. Here you got a pitching staff that is getting it done with Harrison, Henderson. You got Priester, who at some point in time will be back. Other than one blunder last night and a pitch that Uribe would love to have back, which you don't see very often, Uribe making a mistake like that. It is what it is, but this team has showed some tenacity, some resiliency. This is what championship teams do. And did anybody expect them to be 24-17? I actually expected them to be about that 29-30 win because they're going to win 99 plus. So, yeah, this team with being banged up as they are, having Murph as the skipper, Arnold as the GM, they're not. This team has so much confidence, it's not even funny. And by the way, how about Rengifo? You know what?
Hold on. Random disconnected thought here, although we'll connect the dots. You mentioned Rengifo, Tommy.
Yep.
We got to play his highlight, don't we? Got to play his highlight. First inning. You don't let him off the hook. The dude had 4 walks, 1 to drive in a run. You're up 1-zip. There's 2 outs. You're thinking, well, man, would have been nice to get the hit in there. It would have been really nice to rock something, anything. Just put up a crooked number and Rengifo, he got it done.
Rengifo, a shot through, base hit. In to score is Contreras. Sanchez on his way to the plate. Luis Rengifo stays hot. 2 RBI single. It is 3-0 in this first inning. Still only 1 away.
Or 1 out. Yeah. Listen to that crowd. 34,000, almost 35,000 on a Thursday afternoon. That is just music to my ears.
Tim, it kind of disputes what you said about, would anybody have guessed this? Yeah. Remember, these are the reigning.
Well, yeah, at the beginning of the year, they would have. Yes, at the beginning of the year, this would not have surprised us, being 7 games over. But after what they've been through, and after they were, 15-14, and really trying to find themselves, I don't think too many people would have thought they were going to rattle off 10 of 14 like that.
Tim, they've been within a few games of first place the whole year when they were in first place. So, yes, they do.
No, they've been 5.5 and 6 games back, Kenny. They were in last place for a minute there.
They started 8-2, and it wasn't like they're a bad team. They were going through the woes of early season injuries for a number of reasons. But the fact of the matter is that they've kept themselves in the hunt, and that's what they're going to do. And at some point in time next week, they're going to take over first place. They might even do it this weekend. So,
that'd be so.
With that
Cubs play tonight, by the way. Final game in Atlanta.
Yeah, Brewers are 2 back right now. They could be 1.5 back. And going to Minnesota, don't underestimate Minnesota. They're not one of the better teams in the NL. But you know what? Or in the AL. But you have an opportunity to put it to them and win another series. And what have I been saying? It's all about winning series, and that's what they're doing. So they're getting it done with 5 or 6 guys that are finally back in the lineup that are playing well. But the Rengifo thing, once a guy is told that's where you're playing, guess what happens? They relax. And I think Murph said to him, he goes, "You're my third baseman. You're going to play
you're better than that."
Until it's time for me to make a change. And when's that time? When your bat slows down or you're making stupid mistakes. So the other guys afford him the ability by batting down in the lineup because they have to pitch better to them, that they're getting better pitches. And when they're getting better pitches, they're hitting them. And that's the key, the bottom to the top. And when you keep doing that and you're pitching the way this Brewers team does, sky's the limit for this team. 99 wins, they're going to far exceed that.
All right. We'll see. We're going to see. And that would be awesome. All right, Kenny, thank you.
Thanks, Ken. I want to get a couple of texts in before we get another call in over here. 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law talk and text line. From Larry in Tosa, he had one after watching the Padres these past few days. I thought of them as lazy, undisciplined, and sloppy team, and I did not realize they were in first place in the West. However, it does not change my opinion on how I feel about the Brewers.
It appeared they mailed this game in today.
Yeah.
About mid-game, didn't it?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, with how the announcers were talking in game one too, right? They could probably sense it a little bit as well in game one of this series.
Yeah, which was a 6-4 Brewers win, and it really wasn't. It didn't feel
close throughout the game. Scotty Tiffany, Frelick was safe until he was pushed off the base, and
no doubt
in the third. I wish they could have reviewed that. Yeah, that was garbage. And Sal doesn't get animated like that.
Not at all.
No,
he takes it with a grain of salt. But there's no doubt in my mind. You get a reaction out of Sal Frelick like that. He was pushed off the bag.
Was definitely pushed. Ben from Wausau, how today's game went should be who our closer is every game. Just get ahead a bunch and every game, and you can throw anyone out there. Yeah, good call.
Fitzpatrick was a couple of batters away from the tie and run coming up. Let's face it.
Well,
he may have earned a flight, but not to Minnesota.
Well, I mean, Vaughn didn't field that ball either.
That's
like
true.
Vaughn's got to make that play 100 times out of 100. Not that it was really crucial, but I'm just saying you got to make that play every time.
Only error of the homestand.
Oh, all right. Patrick and Hubertus, Brewers record by year 26. They were 24 and they are 24 and 17. 25. They were 21. 24. 20. They were 24 and 17. 22. 23, they were 22 and 19, 26 and 15 back in 22. They're all in the same, the same area there. Schlitzhat, Pat, what a win. Yesterday's loss is a 0 burger as our whole division lost. Now let's roll. 262. Absolutely love it. Hard hit balls are finding holes. The 2 RBI single he roped today. If it were a few weeks ago, it would have been a double play with his luck for Renhefo.
Yeah, it would have spun right into someone's glove.
just been caught and ricocheted off the pitcher for sure. Trell on the north side of Milwaukee. You're next up here on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. What's up, Trell?
Hey, how you guys doing? I'd like to say first, great win by the Brewers. Tim, I don't get invested with critiquing and criticizing wins and losses for about 6 more weeks now. Mm-hmm. Once we get close to that July 4th holiday, then I start to look downhill as far as what are we looking at, Yep. But I actually want to touch on a touchy topic right now with the Brewers. I'm not sold on giving Terrain an extension right now, and I'll tell you why. He reminds me of Christian Yelich. Christian Yelich was a pretty great, I would say at times, regular season player. But when we get to the postseason, Christian Yelich is pretty much a Mendoza hitter. And last year, Terrain was a Mendoza hitter for the most part in the postseason.
I mean, he did have a massive home run in the Cubs series.
Yeah, but still, 1 home run, and then you're a Mendoza hitter against the Dodgers. We don't get far with that. So
Caleb Durbin was the best hitter in that series, and the Brewers just traded him off. No one could get a hit in that series.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, Terang should have got hit by the pitch in that series.
Yeah, that's also
game
good.
1 of the NLCS.
Season, though. I got to see one more postseason before I pony up with that guy.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's fair. I mean, you're splitting hairs though, Trell, at a really high level, and that's a good thing. It is a good thing.
I think that we've got to this place where there's a science to these guys that can hit in the postseason. Guys can have great regular seasons and put up nice, nasty numbers, and they just don't show up in the postseason. And I'd be damned if I'm behind them paying Christian Yelich type money to a guy who's going to do the same exact thing over again. Because I think even though Christian Yelich has been here for a long time, I think the Brewers missed their chance to trade him when he got back hot again. They should have traded him because he doesn't come through in the postseason. And you're just paying the guy for fly numbers through the regular season. I guess that's great for some fans, but I expect more. I want to see some postseason success with this team. That's just where I'm sitting at with that.
Trell, thanks for the call, man.
Yeah, thanks, Trell.
I get where he's coming from. You want, big players make big plays in big games.
Yeah.
They do. And Christian Yelich's numbers in the postseason, they're just not good. I can't paint them up to be any better looking than what they are.
Yeah, I get it. And when you're talking about the Brewers, who are an organization who are worthy of giving out one contract, one massive deal, maybe you got to do your due diligence on who should be that one. Now, Christian Yelich in the postseason, to your point, Tim, Looking here, he never played in the postseason with Miami. So these are all Brewers numbers. He's a career 218 with a 664 OPS, has 2 home runs, and has not hit one since the NLCS against
RBIs.
the Dodgers. Yeah, he's got 3.
3.
3.
Look at the games.
He doesn't have an RBI in the postseason since 2018.
18.
That's insane. That doesn't make it. That shouldn't be possible.
That shouldn't happen. That's probably hard to do with talent like Yelich.
Yeah, and I'm looking right now. I'm seeing if I can lump all these together. That is 74 plate appearances in between there from 2020 to 25 when he got ABs in the postseason.
I can just chalk that up to an anomaly. That's all I can say. I mean, I don't, you're facing some of the best pitching in all of baseball when you hit the postseason. So you have to consider that as well. And you have to consider, his health. You have to consider, there's a lot of considerations there, but those numbers should be better.
Yeah.
There's no question.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take another spin here. I got a couple texts coming in. 262 Big Dave says, remember the Dodgers only lost 1 game on their way to the World Series. 414, nice homestand, but singles and doubles don't win pennants or a World Series. Dave in Cudahy.
They've got the slug in them, guys. Just hold off. Just hold the phone just a little bit longer before we determine that this team is way below average in home run hitting. Just hold off. You can't tell me that lineup, Tommy, that lineup on paper is going to hit home runs. They will. Just hold on a little bit.
Dave in Cudahy says here, Yelich also had a career-changing injury. Pay Terang. Aaron Judge stinks in the postseason. Let's give Terang a minute. Also coming in from the 414. There was an update here. I'm sure we'll hear it later on in the show with Pat Murphy's post-game presser, but want to update just as soon as possible from Todd Rosiak, Pat Murphy on Christian Yelich. Tomorrow will be telling whether he will need a longer break regarding his back.
So this is a back issue, yes.
Yes.
This is not the abductor.
No, it is back.
Okay. He went down to surgery to fix this. I wonder if they knew that even after the surgery, it's going to have to be something that you're going to have to keep an eye on, and it's going to be hit and miss at times. He's going to have to give it a rest at times. This may be what Christian Yelich is now. And look, we'll take that for a ball player of his talent. We'll take that a couple of IL stints a year. We'll take that. But it does call into question, Tommy, that you were going through this without surgery. You went down to surgery, and then you're still going through this. That's got to be one hell of an injury there.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I want to give you some positive numbers and maybe set us up for the other side of things. You had said, Tim Allen, earlier in the program that you still think there needs to be another step, maybe was the word for Kyle Harrison. Just another step, no knock, but just don't want to put him in such elite company quite yet. How is this for elite company, Tim? There are 3 starting pitchers with under a 2.2 ERA and a K rate of 30% this season. Okay. One of them's named Paul Skeens. You heard of that guy?
Yeah.
He's pretty good. The other 2 are Jacob Mizorowski and Kyle Harrison.
I'm telling you, Harrison's something.
I mean, how much more, Tim, the Brewers might have did it. They might have did it again. A top end rotation.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't have a 3 quite yet, but
not yet.
A damn good 2.
But if Henderson, some people like Henderson more than Harrison. So is that the new Woody Burns Peralta? Ms. Harrison Henderson?
Oh, the law firm?
I mean, it's at this point really early in this diagnosis. But hey, they got a shot at it. If you're going to have the next Burns, Woody, and Peralta, this is the way you get going on it.
Oh,
with those 3 guys.
All right. Well, we'll do stat updates on the other side of the trade candidates and trade rather over the offseason with our guys in Kansas City and our guys over in Boston. And it feels time that we should check in on Lou James Groover at some point.
We
too,
do. Our
during
favorite
this.
guy in Arizona's minor league system.
All right.
That and a lot more coming up. Murph on the other side. Brewers get the victory 7-1. They take the series 2-1. The homestand 5 of 6 and a 24-17 mark. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Welcome back. Brewers get the 7-1 victory to take the series over the San Diego Padres. It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Did you see Harrison today gassing 98?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Wait, what?
What?
My goodness. Okay. So we'll take that. We need to remind folks also that Christian Yelich, I know the numbers look like what they do, and I wish he would step up a little bit more in the postseason as well. But look at all the postseason appearances. And to get there, to get into the postseason, to win division titles, and I'll go you one further, to win World Series, you have to have stat lines like Christian Yelich put up last year.
Last year in 2025, he had a 3-WAR season at pretty much DH, remember. That's not including any outfield for the most part. A 29-homer season, 103 runs driven in, had a 795 OPS with 150 games played.
3,100, 150 games played. You will find stat lines just like that on every World Series winner.
Yeah.
You have to have those guys.
Yeah.
Now, does he go, as I said, does he go over the top and does he win you the World Series? Maybe, maybe not. But you keep knocking at that door, and sooner or later, Christian's gonna come through in the postseason. You would assume.
All right.
I assume that.
Tim Allen, I have a question for you. Christian Yelich has 234 career home runs. Will he get to 250 this season?
I think he will. I think it's going to be a little bit of a journey, though. And this is, as he gets older, I know it's going to be frustrating, and it frustrates me. You just activated the dude. This is my initial thought. You just activated him. Wait a second. Now he's back on the shelf. He comes back, goes 0 for 5, and then he misses the next 2 games. Well, then why did you activate him? Well, this is part of it that we're going to have to go through. It's a little different landscape with Yelich now, and maybe with a lot of players that get to be about his age. We just have to deal with it.
Yeah.
But when he's in there, though, if the potential is, who would have thought 3,100 last year? I don't think too many.
Yeah, a couple of texts coming in here from the 608. I'm worried Yelich is done to this point. I think that might be just a little aggressive. Okay.
Maybe.
We'll see. Let's hear what Murph's got to say tomorrow about it. And if he's in the lineup, if he's not in the lineup, whatever it is, traveling to, got to sit on the plane, not a very long plane ride, but we'll see what happens there. From the 414, Thursday afternoon in May is going to be full of kids. 2 of my grandchildren were there, one for senior skip day, one on a field trip. When I worked for the parking department back in 2012, day games were always full of buses as well. From the 715, Christian Yelich has been an albatross since 2022, constantly injured, only able to be a DH.
We just read his stats from last year.
Should have been traded at the All-Star break in 23 when he was hotter than hell, and both the Yankees and Dodgers wanted him.
Okay, you could make that argument. I accept that.
He didn't play in the All-Star game because of his back. His career, as we know it, is over. That $26 million has to go to another worthy player, Contreras or Turang.
Okay, well, and I would agree with the Contreras or Turang. One of them, they're probably going to offer it up. They may already have offered that up to 2 of them.
Yeah, could have been. Another one from the 414. What's most encouraging about Harrison today was shutting down a Padres offense that had hit him around pretty well in the past. He has shown growth as a pitcher. I did go over that in the leadoff show today. Kyle Harrison against the Padres, not good. Tim Allen, not good. And 5 guys in that lineup had taken him a yard before as well going into today. And he got hit around, like you said, but he didn't waver off of, the Brewers haven't walked a guy now 2 straight games in the starting pitching department, right? Harrison didn't have a walk today, and Miz didn't have one yesterday either.
Right.
Like, that's always going to be very encouraging just in general, too. 262 also says, don't forget about Sproat. He's been dealing much like Priester last year for a few of these starts as well.
Well, there's another one. See, and I recall years ago, just prior to the Woody Burns Peralta trifecta, I remember saying, hey, okay, so this was pre-Cy Young for Burns. I remember having the argument on this show years ago saying, at some point we have to look at it a little bit different. When you can't go out and get that, Verlander or Scherzer or one of those just absolute stud Cy Young guys, would you rather have a great number one, a pretty darn good number two, but then 3, 4, 5 is a mess? And you're going back and forth to AAA. You're trying to find that. Or would you rather have all 5 2s and 3s? That's competitive as well, guys. It is. But then it turned into all 3 of those guys, Woody Burns, Peralta, all 3 of them were aces. You had 3 aces. You got dealt 3 aces. All 3 of them were aces.
I don't agree. I think Freddie Peralta was a Brewers ace. I don't think he was an ace. I think he just got thrusted into that role. He never went deep into games, Tim. Jacob Mizorowski is going deeper into games than Freddie Peralta was ever going already.
I hear you. It's first inning Freddie.
He was a Brewers ace. He was a Brewers ace by great tenure, great career with the Brewers. Not knocking his ability and his talent and his production for that matter. And we thank you for being really the only guy that could start a playoff game last year for this team and go extended innings. We thank you.
We do.
But he is not on the level of ace in Major League Baseball in my mind. I'm sorry. He's just not.
Where he's on the level is created that 1, 2, 3 punch where nobody else could go that deep with that good a talent.
Sure.
That 1, 2, 3, and maybe that's what I meant by 3 aces. Nobody had that 1, 2, 3 up front like that. Maybe another team. I suppose I'd have to take a look around. This is an opportunity for this team, and the texter's right with Sproat. Jury's out on that. I think we're getting clarity on Harrison. We've gotten clarity on Mizorowski. Henderson, we're still sort of figuring that out, but he looks to be pretty darn solid. I mean, you've got a shot here now to create that 1, 2, 3 punch again. And, I recall celebrating that Eric Lauer was in your 4 or 5 spot. You got Woody Burns Peralta up top, and you got Eric Lauer to take in one of those 4 or 5 spots. You were in great shape. There was a huge part of the success here. Might have been the one key reason for all the success in the division titles and the playoff appearances.
When I go back and look at Brewers rotations in the history of the franchise and for like the real stud rotations in my lifetime, I don't even look to Freddie Burns and Woody. I immediately go to 2011 and I go to Giovanni Gallardo, Zach Greinke, Sean Markham, Randy Wolf, Chris Narbison. Like I can remember them all.
That's pretty good.
And I know that the name power doesn't really necessarily pop off, but you know why I can remember them all, Tim, is because that year the Brewers had 6 starting pitchers.
6.
Manny Parra was the other guy who got a start that year.
Yep.
I do not think that I even look back. Like that's where I look and I think of just solid foundation.
1 through 5.
1 through 5, right? And an occasional guy that pops in. Now, we already know the Brewers have used 10 starting pitchers this year. I think it's the number, and we're still going to see one from Gasser. You already know that's coming at some point.
Might come tomorrow night.
Yeah, we're going to see one from Gasser at some point. I still think that that's more of like a foundation of what I go from depth than 1 through 3. I don't. Who was starting who was a 5th guy there? I mean, I feel like we had Bryce Wilson popping in for games on that stretch, or someone else. Like there was
Jordan Zimmerman.
Oh God, yeah, that one. So hometown kid, but and got his bag too. So congrats on Jordan Zimmerman.
Bessinger, or I don't know.
It was something like that. No, I don't have that one. We'll take a maybe we'll rewind to that near the end of the show. A couple other texts coming in here. Hold the phone. Those stats are great during the regular season, but all that means bupkis if he craps the bed when it really counts in the playoffs. Yelich and Woody are irrelevant as far as I am concerned. Move on to the young studs. Tim, what you're saying is the pitching staff led by Chris Hook is the top 2 or 3 in baseball, and that's because they are.
It's because they are,
Yeah.
right? It's just amazing. And then flow up the food chain to go to Matt Arnold to grab a Kyle Harrison and a Brandon Sproat. And you can throw Shane Drowan in there as well, but I think we need to see more there.
Tim, just imagine next year. Imagine next year, right? I know this year's great, but just imagine, okay? All right, there is baseball. First of all, that's good news, okay? That's in this scenario. Okay, there's The Miz, there's Kyle Harrison, there's Logan Henderson, there's Brandon Sproat, there's Shane Drowan right there. Oh, my gosh. I mean,
that could be your rotation.
I love it. I love it. Just like saying it right there. And I said that we were going to get some updates on some stats and some numbers from our friends from the offseason. Caleb Durbin, Tim, do you know what Caleb Durbin's up to in Boston right now?
I'm going to say around 200 batting average.
Sitting 165 with a 486 OPS right now. He has one home run. Yeah.
The adrenaline is worn off a little bit.
It has not been good so far with Caleb Durbin. Andrew Monasterio, who in about half the ABs, Caleb Durbin has 133 at-bats this year. That is a full, that's everyday player, right? 133 ABs to this point.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew Monasterio in 58 at-bats, 241, a 681 OPS, has one home run. Yeah, I mean, for Mona numbers, that's about as good as you get, right? With Mona numbers, last year, looking at it,
the 1 year he hit like 268.
He did hit 270 last year.
Yeah,
with a 756 OPS. I guess I didn't realize how valuable that was last year. He had that 2 weeks where he was just the best player on the team. Maybe
had a walk-off in there.
Yeah. Big homer in that against the Reds in that 14-game winning streak. I remember too. Isaac Collins this year, 115 ABs, 235 average, 703 OPS.
And that's after he started to heat up to get to 234.
Yeah, over his last 15 games, he's got 13 hits, a 260 batting average, with an OPS over 800 during that time, over his last 15 games. So he's kind of in that stretch of it. And this was the piece that I was actually the most upset, I guess, is maybe concerned. Oh, yeah, man. You know, I haven't even. First of all, you remember when we went to Arizona and we pulled an Anthony Siegler card to give to Sparky. He doesn't put it in his office, but it is right here, just behind us at all times. Anthony Siegler. Just never forget.
God
People don't forget. I'll go look up his minor league numbers too if we're gonna go from there. Nick Mears, who has 14 innings of work now for the Kansas City Royals. I want to make sure that that's up to date. Yeah, he pitched May 10th, so a couple of days ago. He has a 3.07 ERA and a whip of 1.23.
Not too bad.
No, I mean, that's kind of what you're getting out of Nick Mears, right?
Yeah,
it feels like at that point, it wasn't anything. Last year, Mears, who had a 3.49 ERA, that's kind of what that. And when he got traded to the Brewers in the middle of 24, his ERA was 7.3. Remember, it was not great for him. Anthony Siegler. Let's see what Anthony Siegler is doing right now in AAA for where it's not Pawtucket, right? It's Worcester now. Is that where they are?
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
Looking at it this year, he is currently hitting 288, 858 OPS.
There you go.
Okay, Siegs. Yeah. Not terrible. Not
Nicely
terrible at all.
done, man. That card is worth a little bit more now.
might be. And Lou James Groover, just
That's
in case.
our guy. Just to let people know, we ran into that name at American Family Fields of Phoenix, and we're like, Lou James Groover.
Got to be the coolest name.
One of the best baseball names on the planet.
Yeah, and he's playing for like the Reno Aces, like just another great name over there.
So we need to make a trade for him.
Yes. I'm gonna say that Lou James Groover is my number one trade target right now, and not because of I don't even care. I'm gonna read his numbers, and you're gonna be like, oh, I'd take that. But I'm just saying, Lou James Groover could be batting 100 points lower and have 100 points lower on.
I'd still want him on
the team. Yeah. Lou James Groover, 154 ABs for Reno, has 48 hits. That's good for a 312 batting average.
Ooh, there you go,
with
Lou.
an 832 OPS right now at AAA for Reno. Has 11 doubles, a triple, a homer, 32 runs driven in 41 games. I mean, kid's a stud. Kid's a stud over there, Lou James Groover. He probably has no idea two dudes in Milwaukee just want him to play for the Brewers so bad, but
we need to get him on the air.
On air, yeah.
And you know what? I bet the media relations at AAA would say why.
Why? Right. And we're just gonna be like, because that's the best name in baseball.
We love him.
It's the best name in baseball. Let's squeak in a caller here as we get the judge. J-Mo, what's going on, boss?
What a beautiful, fantastical, magical day.
It just is. And on the court docket today, it is yesterday. Was it the biggest loss of the year?
No.
No.
Why would you even say that?
Well, because we were talking about it yesterday.
Okay, well, I have a case for you. Abner Uribe should be the closer for this Brewers baseball team, J-Mo.
Ooh, let's make an argument there. Yes.
Miguel?
Continue, counselor.
Well, I think yesterday I had said that I don't really have strong opinions, but if you made me choose, I would just go back to McGill. And because I think I would still keep Uribe in the 8th. I know we've already been grooming him to be the guy in the 9th inning. Why don't we just let McGill's time run out until we give it to Abner Uribe? And we already know that he's a wild thing regardless during this. And Tim made an argument about emotion. McGill was emotional and is emotional on the mound still. So it really doesn't make too much of a difference in that mind to me for fits the mold of closer. But I'm not mad Uribe is the closer. I just think I would rather let McGill do it.
I object, Your Honor. He's putting words in my mouth.
What did you say? You said emotion. You like how he shows emotion.
I object again.
Okay.
Decorum breached.
Okay, you may speak.
No, I think I like a closer with personality. And that, Your Honor, that is one of the things about a closer that they're just kind of weird at times. You want a closer, hell's bells ringing away. You got the lights off and the camera, the phone's out. You got these certain things. How about Todd Coffey running in from the bullpen?
Oh my God! You cannot.
Sprint.
What no. You want to talk about objection? you can't say Todd Coffey didn't have. Trevor McGill has more emotion in his pinky toe.
I'm
than
just
Todd
saying
Coffey.
I like that sort of emotion, and a lot of closers have that style to them.
Yeah, okay.
And that's what makes them tick and what makes them good.
No, there's a long list of guys. That Gagne had that sort of thing going. Remember? Yeah, no, there's a long Deuce Gossage was that kind of guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No, there is, but there's also something to be said for the cold, calculating, emotionless reptile that's just out there doing. I mean, just coldly stares you down. Like remember Terminator Tom Henke?
Oh yeah,
the Blue Jays.
Yeah,
there's something to be said for that guy too.
Well, and like Devin Williams, there wasn't a lot of emotion with him.
Hater either.
No, you're correct. So so we can go both sides on this one. Wow. We're gonna have to table this here discussion and move this case on into June.
Hold it in abeyance.
Confirmed, Tim. Like we're just gonna get an AI closer at this point. It's just like so emotional.
Say that.
Emotionless reptile. I think that was my first band.
Oh yeah. Did you play bass?
He played the charango.
Yes, and I didn't move at all. In fact, I sat down.
Oh man. Oh come on. More than a tambourine guy. Thanks for the call, J-Mo.
Oh, as always, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace, love, brothers.
Thank you, J-Mo. Hey, still to come, Pat Murphy, the latest on Christian Yelich and how Murph thought Harrison did today. The Brewers get a big win, a rewarding victory to take the game in the series 7-1 the final. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, talking Brewers baseball once again. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. All right, welcome back. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz. Pretty good debate going on with that closer thing.
I would like to say, I don't know if there's a right answer. I don't think there's a right answer to McGill or Uribe. Maybe you feel strong enough that one of them is. In my mind, I don't see it as this needs to happen. I just would not, if I had to choose, gun to my head on something, I would pick McGill.
Does longevity have an impact on your decision, or just in the moment now?
Today.
Okay, the win today.
Close
mentality.
the game out tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm pitching McGill.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about this. We got to take a network break here. This is a hard count, as they say, a hard break. And then we'll come back. Plenty of time for you on the other side. We'll hear from Pat Murphy and get the latest on what's going on with Murph. The Brewers 24-17, a couple of games out of first place. They get the 7-1 win today, taking the series over the Padres, and 5-1 on this homestand over the Yankees and Padres. That is all good news. All right, we'll come back and hear from Murph on the other side here on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show.
The game is over, and it's time to hear from the skipper on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Yeah, that defensive play was a huge play, and then he's been swinging the bat probably 4 or 5 games now. He's really swinging the bat well, so really pleased. To him, Vaughn is swinging it good. Those 2 guys today made a huge difference. He's fine. Yeah, he lost his breath a little bit. I think sometimes it happens. These guys go so hard, sometimes over caffeinated, that kind of thing. And things can happen, but yeah, all in all, I thought he was fine. Harrison did a great job for us. Bobbed and weaved a little bit, got us 5 innings, and the pen were good. Fitzpatrick was pretty good, like it.
Pitcher will take this every time, but Harrison had those long innings to kind of wait out all those walks. Is that a particular challenge?
Yeah, it is. And to really just walk. Did he walk 1 or did he walk 0? Yeah, I mean, he had a bunch of 3-ball counts, but he really came through. He's coming of age too. You look at him and Sproat, what they're doing. It's really for rookie pitchers to be. I mean, Harrison's not a rookie, but he's basically never been the full-time starter from day 1 till all the way through. So, really good job.
Just for the whole homestand too, what do you take away?
They've been great. It's the lifeblood of this whole organization for years. Like you got to pitch, and we've they've found guys for us that are young, and we put them through the car wash, and it's been great. It really has.
Yelich, is there any idea of how much time he might?
Yeah, he felt much better today. We'll find out a lot more tomorrow, and I think tomorrow will be kind of the telling tale of whether he needs a longer break. And yeah, he feels awful. Like he just feels awful about it because he's so responsible to this organization. He cares so much about his role and those types of things, and very unselfish. But yeah, no, he's pushing to get back. But we're gonna make sure that he's okay because we want him for the majority of the season, not just these few games. So if we can do everything we can, even if whatever we have to do to make sure he's 100% when he comes back.
He had all his back issues before the surgery a couple of years ago, and then played pretty much the whole season last year. Is there any?
No, he had the same thing last year. If you talk to his doctor, they'd tell you the same thing, that this is going to happen from time to time. Do you know anybody with back surgery that absolutely has no problems with their back? No, it's just not the way it is.
So it'll just be based on how he recovers or how.
Yep, we'll find out a lot. Yeah, we'll find out a lot. Yeah, to keep him out 7 days, and then why not just do something else, get somebody else here for if it's only going to be 3 games we get back. So we'll see. I'm optimistic. Oh yeah, that's an interesting point. We were talking about it, and they said you better get in there. You guys were getting ticked off. I wasn't here soon enough. So, and you guys had things to do later today, important things like some of you had jobs and things like that you had to do. So, not all of you.
So that's a no.
What was the question?
Still deciding?
Yes,
Bullpen day?
could be. There'll be guys throw that are part of our relief corps tomorrow.
Back to Harrison for a second. How important is it for a young pitcher like this to go through an outing like that where he doesn't have his best stuff but still find success?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was great. I mean, that's what you're getting out of him. You see the confidence. I can make pitches. I can respond, and I didn't walk a batter. That's the beautiful thing. And this is an explosive team. I think they're in first place in the NL West or whatever. Are they? I mean, that's an explosive team. There's some bodies over there that can do some damage, and there's a Hall of Famer, at least one over there. So And there's one for sure, but there's some great talent over there, and yeah, I thought he did a really nice job. A lot of major league success on that team, and yeah, it's for our pitching staff to handle them the last 2 days or 3 days, actually, it's pretty good. One little hiccup.
Who gave the crew some breathing room? What play was it? It's time for the insurance run of the game, brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. On the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
A 7-1 victory. We're going to get you an insurance run of the game, brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. And we'll get to what Pat Murphy was talking about with Yelich. But, have we used Luis Rengifo on the insurance run of the game at all this year?
I don't know if we have, but hey, we are today.
It's out on the barrel. That is going to be a base hit, and they're going to wave Vaughn. Here comes a throw. No throw. It's cut off. A sneaky send by Matt Erickson, and Vaughn scores the run. Rengifo with his third RBI. 7-0 Milwaukee.
Yeah, have a day, Luis Rengifo. Got to leave that in there for you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's coming on. You heard Pat Murphy allude to that. I think it's been more than just 4 or 5 games. And he's been hitting into some rough luck throughout the campaign.
Yeah, absolutely. Running a business is like a championship run. One bad hit can take you out of the game. G2 Insurance Services specializes in keeping your business and reputation protected. They offer tailored solutions for restaurants, professional liability, workers' comp. They represent top carriers like Erie to find the best combination of coverage and price. Get the defensive line your business deserves. G2 Insurance Services in Brookfield, online at g2ins.com. Your friend in insurance. Tim, should we play some Luis Rengifo audio here?
I think we need to hear from him. Yeah.
Why not? Here he is, Brewers third baseman, Luis Rengifo.
Luis, how have you felt at the plate here these last couple of games and just the results that you're getting here?
Oh, feels good. Go there, stay in the process, and see every pitch and hit the ball. So it feels good.
When he's been walking so many guys ahead of you, how does that change what you want to do at the plate?
It's good because when you have like a runners on bases, you know how's the plan with the pitcher. He throw a lot of balls early in the game, and we take advantage about that.
What has been the difference for you these last few games? Is just what's caused the improvement at the plate, do you think?
It's just focus. I said before, it's a process. It's a long season, so sometimes you want to feel like really, really well, and you have to stay be consistent every single time, and just feels good right now.
I know you played for a long time, but is it hard to stay patient when things are not going your way?
Yeah, it's more mentally, but you have to work. You have to work. You have to stay every single time when you come to the field, and doesn't matter what the result you have, and you feel 100%. You do everything there.
In a game like this, how much do the good at bats build off of each other from one batter to the next?
It's good. It's good because as a team, you see the last 2-3 games is everybody take walks and base hits and doubles and all that, and that help to produce and put the W in the end of the game.
When you look at this homestand as a whole, Yankees, Padres, 2 really talented teams, and you guys go 5-1 against them. What do you think that says about this team and how much better you guys can get?
We got good team. We got a good team, so we fight every single time. We know what we have and what the game we want to play, and just stay in that.
That play you made there in the first inning kept them from taking an early lead. Just what was your vantage point from the ball coming off the bat?
Excuse me.
The play you made in the field first inning, just what were you seeing ball coming off the bat, and how big was that to keep them from taking the lead?
So it's just react to the ball and just catch it and throw it to first base and save. That's 2 runs. So it's very important to keep the inning 0-0 and help Harrison to continue to throw the ball.
Can you believe 25% of the season is done?
Yeah, I believe everything. So we have a good team. So we see in the end of the year.
All right, there he is, Tim Allen.
Man.
Little Renhefo coming in, incoming. I mean, we're right there. We're right there, man. Renhefo.
Lucky number 13.
Yeah.
In your program.
Mm-hmm. Number 1 in your heart.
Absolutely. I mean, they're going to need him. I mean, this was an acquisition that they're counting on him to at least be at the bare minimum league average. You want him to be, maybe you catch lightning in a bottle and you catch a good year from Renhefo. That does create just some real positives in that Brewers lineup, because you kind of know, Jackson had a tough day today, but you kind of know what Churio and Bryce and Contreras and Vaughn and Bowers and these guys have cooking, including to a degree Gary Sanchez. You sort of know what he is. Frelick, Mitchell, as we've been discussing, they're slowly starting to hit the ball a little bit better. One of them definitely needs to step up and have an above average year, but that Renhefo right there, that's the one. And if that's not going to get it done, I don't know if there's too many other alternatives. A Jet Williams, I mean, that's you slide Joey O over there, and then you go with a Cooper Pratt, or there are some options, but they're really counting on Renhefo.
All right, Tim Allen, your line is set at a half. It is home runs on the road stand for Luis Renhefo. Will he get one?
It's got to be there
against
soon.
Minnesota or Chicago. They'll be at Wrigley, so they'll get the baskets advantage too,
and probably some wind.
But I'll give you over under a half a home run for Luis Renhefo on the road trip.
6 games.
In the 6 games.
You, as hot as he is, as good as he has been, you got to think one's coming soon.
It feels like it. It does. He's been hitting the ball hard all year, finally starting to barrel it a little, and find the grass. But if I gave you the odds of half a home run, are you taking the over? He's getting one? Okay.
He might get 2.
Oh, whoa.
He just might get 2.
Slow down. I'm not going 1.5 on you. I'm not going 1.5. But I feel like he might get one. It feels like it's coming.
Now, after we just heard from manager Pat Murphy, he is now sound asleep because he was falling asleep there at the end. But that's just Murph. I mean, it's so unpredictable, right? But he spoke about Yelich, and much like we were talking about a little over an hour ago, about this is just how Yelich is going to be now. Now, Murph brought up, do you know anybody with some back issues? And thankfully, I've only had one little back issue, and it was resolved, and we're good. But this may be what Yelich is now, where it's a little touch and go at times, and he could be rolling for 30, 40 games, and we're all celebrating. Yeah, Yelich is he's in the lineup every day and healthy and producing, and bam, there'll be a game in Cincinnati in which, whoa, wait a second, Yelich is scratched. What happened here? I think we need to get used to that. I hope not. I hope we don't, but it appears that would be the fair way to look at it.
I think most fans have been looking at that for more than just this season, Tim Allen. I think last year felt like an anomaly.
150 games, right?
Right. No one on March 28th of 2025 thought you were getting 150 games out of Christian Yelich last year.
Probably not. No. So, we'll see. Is that all the time we have?
We got one more segment here on the other side.
We do.
Yeah, one more segment. We can get into that. We'll rewind. It'll be all good. Yeah, we got the usual still.
Got to get our rewind to good old number 13, Roy Howell. Back in the early 80s. Third baseman.
All right, I'll find a game that Roy Howell played in for you, I guess. That's just...
Was Sogard 13 also? Or he was 18?
Oh,
I think he was 18.
God,
one of the two.
You love Eric Sogard, man.
I do.
He was 18. He was 18. Roy Howell?
Howell.
All right.
Roy Howell. The bearded one.
The bearded one.
Yeah.
Well, they must have used his photo from high school because he does not have a beard in this photo here.
No. Okay.
Okay, yeah,
right.
so we're going somewhere between 81 and 84. We'll figure it out.
Yep. We'll rewind on the other side. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen. Good day for the crew. They win the game, the series, and the homestand. Feeling good as a Brewer fan right now. 24-17 mark after a 7-1 victory to take the game in the series over the San Diego Padres, and to take a 5-1 homestand onto the road into Minnesota for 3, and then into Chicago's neighborhood dump for 3 night games, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm sure there'll be some rain impact in there. I think you would have to
put a roof on it.
I mean,
never will.
You go downtown Las Vegas, they put a semi-roof over the whole downtown strip.
Yeah.
Or you could do one of those, it doesn't have to be a full structure. I mean, I'm no architect, but you would think there would be some way, shape, or form to put some beams up and then just a dome. It doesn't have to be closed in.
Yeah.
No panels on each side. It's like one of those picnic areas where it's got the roof and then a bunch of beams.
You would think your real last name is Calatrava with how you speak, Tim. Rewinding. It was May 23rd in 1983. I'll preface with that, but I wanted to find a game with Roy Howell in it just for you, Tim. And what a hell of a ball game this was. If you remember this one, the Brewers did lose to the Oakland Athletics 5-4 in 17 innings.
17. I don't know if that comes to mind for me right now.
It was a 5-hour and 17-minute game out in Oakland at the old County Coliseum over there.
Holy late night post game on that one. 83 and out west.
Yes, in Oakland. Roy Howell got 1 plate appearance in this game, and it was a 3-run homer in the 9th inning to give the Brewers a 1-run lead.
Look at you, Roy Howell.
To which they would give up a run in the bottom part of the 9th inning. And that was Tom Tellman who gave up that run.
Tommy Tellman,
I believe. Yeah. Unfortunate circumstance. Or no, it was Don Sutton who gave up the run, and Tom Tellman came in and locked it up in the 9th to preserve it.
Tommy Tellman.
Yeah. Jim Slayton would end up getting the loss as he would give up the walk-off in the bottom of the 17th.
41, Jimmy Slayton.
That's we got to verify this now. You just derailed the whole segment, but we got to make sure that. Yeah. Oh yeah. He was 41. He also was 67 for a year in Milwaukee.
I don't recall, because he went to Detroit and then he came back. I remember this. So the Milwaukee Sentinel was a morning paper back then. And I remember when they reacquired Jimmy Slayton, he had his duffel bag sitting. They had a picture of him. He had his duffel bag sitting on the grass. He was standing, and it still had he had a Detroit Tigers duffel bag there. I just thought that was
He was drafted in 69, so technically he was a Seattle Pilot, right? But he never made it to the bigs until they were the Brewers in 71.
Did not know that.
Antelope Valley College. That's a made-up place.
Antelope Valley.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, man.
Maybe we'll call admissions to Antelope Valley College at some point this year on the post game. Your usuals in there, but a lot of the names because that was Roy Howell's 2nd home run of the season. Ned Yost also hit his 2nd home run of the year as he had.
Toast to Yost.
He caught the entire game, Tim. He caught the entire game, had 7 plate appearances in this one. Ben Ogilvy had 8. Robin Yount had 8. Cecil Cooper had 8. Charlie Moore had 8. I mean, this entire team. Moose Haas came in pinch hit at some point for Ted Simmons in this game. Jamie Easterly, sorry.
Yeah.
Gorman Thomas. Paul Molitor had to pinch run in this game. It was going to be a day off for him. Then he came in to pinch run. Ed Romero.
Romero, number 11.
Don Money, Marshall Edwards. And why did we keep this game? Not because Bob Scoob pitched or played rather in this game, but in his 1 plate appearance, he would strike out. He had not had a hit to this point in the season. We got another Rob Peacholo appearance in this one back in 1983. Yeah. All of those guys that I named played in this game.
Rob Peacholo was in that game.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He was there. On the other side of things, Ricky Henderson was the leadoff hitter for the Oakland A's at the time. Who else was on this team that Davey Lopes was just recently passed, right? He was over there.
Late.
You know any of these guys? Wayne Gross, Dwayne Murphy, Jeff Burrows.
Oh, yeah. Jeff Burrows, MVP in 74.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was 74 MVP.
Yeah, his kid played as well in the big leagues not that long ago. It was actually pretty good. I can't recall his name. He was
I think that tells you on Baseball Reference.
The Burrows kid played
Sean Burrows.
Sean played in the Little League World Series and then ended up in Major League Baseball too.
Oh, that's awesome. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, he was a Padre from 02 to 05, went to the Rays in 06, and then made it back to the bigs in 2011. No time in the bigs from 06 to 07 to 2010, and then made it back with Arizona for a year and Minnesota Twins.
I think Jeff Burrows was one of those guys, if I'm remembering him right. You watch Monday Night Baseball and at that time, and you would see Jeff Burrows lean down and throw 2 or 3 pebbles out of the batter's box.
Yeah.
And there really wasn't any. You know, he would just bend down and just throw things out of the batter's box.
I mean,
kind of his thing.
240 big league career homers during that time.
Great career.
795 OPS hitter, 121 OPS plus guy. Yeah, hell of a year. Hell of a career.
All right, we're going to shut it down. What do we have next, Tommy?
We got a couple segments from Wisconsin Sports Wrap Up coming up for another half hour here until you guys go back to some network coverage all around. It's going to be, I believe it's actually Brandon Snide and Jacob Wessendorf talking some Packer schedule leaks.
Good conversation.
Yeah.
Schedule release full NFL tonight. If you're looking for that. All right, Brewers back at it tomorrow. 6:10 first pitch. They adjusted to the T-Wolves game.
Yeah.
So remember that leadoff show at 5?
5 o'clock. Yeah, hour coverage here for you.
After the game, Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show will be here live in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Once again, the final 7-1. Brewers take the game, the series, and the homestand, and rolling here, 10-14. For Tommy Wortz, my name is Tim Allen. You guys have a great night. And as always, remember, smile, Wisconsin. Bob Uecker is smiling back.